We have done co-investments, we'll continue to do co-investments. And if we look at our portfolio, our co-investments have performed somewhat better than fund investments. You have to know that we only will do co-investments with managers that we have vetted, done due diligence on, and invested with. So we already trusted them with money. And then, honestly, in most cases, when they propose a co-investment, we will co-invest with them. Not always, but mostly. Yeah? That means that they will do the hard work. Yeah? They will spend many more hours than we will do. And we have no reason to believe that we can second guess them because we're better, we're not. But we find co-investment interesting. Well, they've worked well for us. Explanation is, yes, we pay fewer fees on that bit of the co-investment. But also our clients are interested to be a bit more closely involved with the private equity managers. We can look into their kitchen, how they prepare co-investments, how they analyze them, how they negotiate them, and all that is actually very helpful for us. But again, I don't think we can claim to second guess and do better than the managers we invest in. Well, we are the outsourced solution, so I will always say yes to you. Yeah. I think it's a matter of size. As I said before, our clients don't have the size to justify their own team. It's too expensive or because they're too small, they may not attract the right quality. You have a similar thing in asset management companies that do different asset classes, and many actually don't have the size, the smaller ones, to do their own. So again, we work with them on some outsourced private equity advice, if you like, or analysis. Sorry, may I add something to that? I think let's not overcomplicate things. In industry, you have make or buy decisions. And what we're doing is exactly that. People may decide that they rather make it themselves, do it themselves, but in many cases, because they lack size, they're better off working with a group like ours. I think on the one hand, the way we do it, the skill set is not very different from investing in funds, because you invest a good fund manager and afterwards you mostly trust that particular fund manager. What we discussed at the panel is another extreme of the model where maybe a pension fund or so may decide to take 30 or 40% of an investment. There may be reasons for that. They may have a very good relationship with the seller and therefore it's helpful to have them on board. They will, as some of the panelists claim, have special skills that enable them to analyze an investment opportunity as well as, for instance, a private equity manager, fund manager. If that's so, sure, you can do that. But I think that's a very extreme and a solution, and that is very far from how we do things. We don't want to trip up a manager. The anecdote that was mentioned, which came from me, is that on a very large investment, a Bain company invested 20,000 plus man hours. That is an enormous amount. And usually limited partners, even a BlackRock team or so, don't have that many people, don't have that many resources. So it's very hard to, with confidence, second guess a private equity fund manager, in our view. But again, other people do it differently. Our experience is this one, which is suitable to us and our size. If you're a much bigger organization with lots more money, then you may be tempted to do it yourself.